Hello everybody, it's GeneralGigan here, stomping back at you with another Minecraft video. In today's video, I'll be going over Bat family changes in Legend 7.0, such as new powers, power reworks, and new gadgets. But before the video starts, only a small percentage of people are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking the video, consider subscribing. This is the 6th episode of a video series I'm doing of all the upcoming changes in Legend 7.0. Mostly all characters will be updated to some extent, as well as new gameplay features, mobs, and the buildable mech, Kiro himself. In today's video, I'm joined with Bats0867.
Hey guys, Bats0867 here, and today, like Gigan said, we're going to be going over the Bat family changes within the mod.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, is a tier 4 with a defense of medium. His alignment is to the light, unless you're a Justice Lord of course, and his class is a controller, which means you can dodge incoming attacks by rolling. His strength is 3. Like all attack damage, this number does not correlate with durability damage, resulting in 1 regardless of your strength. Also, weapon damage is not applied if not using the proper weapons. Batman has Speed 1 and Acrobatics 3. Acrobatics gives you the ability to double jump and scale walls. He also has Fortitude 2, which gives you slight knockback resistance, fall damage mitigation, and reduction to certain damage types. With someone as strong-minded as Batman, it's fitting that he has Mental Defense 3, which means you can decrease the effects of mental attacks. Nausea effects are reduced if less than the defense's magnitude. Batman also has Fire Resistance 1, which allows you to resist fire, but not lava, and Stealth, which allows you to be able to vanish in the dark. Depending on which Batman you decide to be, you'll actually also be bulletproof. The following Batman suits are the ones that are bulletproof: Dark Knight, DCEU, Arkham Origins, and SMU version 2.
Batman's gliding is now passive as well. Open your cape, using it to glide from great heights. For maximum efficiency, while gliding, look up and down to allow the wind to take you farther. While gliding, you can now punch every so often, spinning in midair to dodge incoming attacks, voiding any damage. When above 10 blocks or higher, hold space and you'll begin gliding. Ability 5. Select Gadget. Cycle through built-in gadgets. However, there is a new method for this system. Rather than constantly pressing Ability 5, you can now use the number pad to automatically select a specific gadget. For example, if you want the electric batarang, you can just press the 4 number on your number pad. If you don't have a number pad, then you'll have to do it the old method. Ability 1. Use Gadget. Deploy the currently selected gadget. To see what gadget you have selected, look at the icon next to your cooldown bar. Although you don't see every gadget cooldown bar at once, each gadget has its own cooldown, so not all gadgets can be fired at the same rate. Now, let's start with the batarang. Rather than just throwing it, the batarang now acts like a boomerang, so when throwing it, the batarang will fly back towards you. This way, it can hit a target twice when throwing it. You can change where the batarang flies by moving your crossbar. This is the only type of batarang to do this. However, if you throw it and it hits a block, then it will stick in the block how it was before. The batarang does 10 damage per hit, 20 in total if you get hit twice, and has a 20% chance to disarm opponents. The hand version of this gadget works the same way, except it only does 3 damage per hit, and when it comes back to you, you don't lose it anymore. Also, if the batarang hits the ground, you can pick it up so you don't lose it. The next gadget is the explosive batarang, which does 10 damage on hit plus another 10 damage from explosion damage. Now on non-destructive mode, this move gives extra particle effects. The hand version will consume upon use. The next gadget is the heated batarang, which does 10 damage and sets the opponent on fire. This batarang can also be used to set blocks on fire. Again, the hand version will consume upon use. The fourth gadget is the electric batarang, which has a new look. When throwing the electric batarang, this move deals 5 damage and slows down the target, and shoots electricity which will hit all nearby opponents in a small radius for another 5 damage. Again, the hand version will consume upon use. The first gadget that is not a batarang is a smoke pellet, which disperses blinding smoke. However, some characters like Superman are immune to this. The hand version of this works the same way, but it consumes upon use. The next pellet is the gas pellet, which now poisons the target as they breathe toxic gas. If you are immune to poison, this move will not affect you. It also leaves the target blind. The hand version works the same way but consumes upon use. The final built-in gadget is the freeze pellet, which freezes the target, staggering them. This can be used to freeze blocks as well. The hand version works the same way but consumes upon use. Now for the add-on gadgets, and the first one being the grappling gun. Hold right click for a second and let go, and a grapple will be shot out, pulling you to where you want to go. The swinging animation for this ability has been slightly updated as well. If you hold shift while shooting a player, then you will pull them towards you. And if you are in midair and want to kill your grapple, just press shift. The next gadget is the explosive gel gun. In order to use this weapon, you must have explosive gel canisters. Simply right click to place the gel down. 25 right clicks will take one canister. To explode the gel, just press shift. The final gadget is the rebreather. This new add-on gadget is made in the back computer. When having it in your hotbar, right click the item to equip it on you, and then you have the ability to breathe underwater. To unequip, simply right click the item again. Ability 2, Roundhouse Kick. Kick your opponent, dealing 10 damage.
Ability 3 is Combat Mastery, which increases your damage by 2 every few hits, with the potential to void basic melee attacks. Opponent's knock is also decreased after being winded, allowing more blows to land. What makes Combat Mastery different from regular combat is the fact that all opponents hit within the first 5 seconds of activation will be staggered for 5 seconds. This move lasts for 15 seconds. Ability 4, Night Vision. Activate the night vision filter in your cowl, increasing visibility in the dark. Batman's equipped ability is his utility belt. Access your utility belt capable of storing gadgets. Due to kryptonite now giving poisoning after long-term exposure, it's useful to store kryptonite in the lead compartment within the utility belt. Batman's utility ability is Detective Mode. Activate the Detective Mode filter in your cowl, allowing you to see enemies through walls. Batman's special is called Bat Swarm, which has been updated. Throw a sonic batarang at your opponent, staggering them while summoning a horde of bats. These bats will swarm around all nearby opponents, dealing 98 damage while causing them to bleed. In older versions of the mod, in order for this move to have its full effect, the player had to be near you. Now if you get hit with the first throw, the bats will follow the opponent, doing all the damage regardless of where they are.
Batman also has a new suit, and that being his power armor. To make this armor, you must go into the Bat computer, call Lucius Fox, and click on Power Armor. This armor is a tier 5 with a defensive high. His strength is 5 and has enhanced vision as a passive. Batman's power armor's ability 4 is Scatter Shot. Release a super-powered punch, sending your opponent flying. This move deals 20 damage while staggering the opponent and grounding them for 5 seconds. An extra gadget this suit has is Acid, which deals 10 damage and corrodes the target for an additional 5 seconds. The power armor's equipped key is Static Touch. Shock your opponent, stunning them for 5 seconds. Upon activation, you have 10 seconds to tag an opponent. Also, this is what the power armor looks like when battle damaged. Batman also has a new alt, which is his Nightmare suit from the Batman v Superman movie.
How about Robin?
Like the bird?
It's a family name.
There are quite a bit of Robins in the mod, so I'm only going to go over the first one in detail, but after him I'll only go over the differences between the Robins. Dick Grayson, aka Robin, is a tier 1 with a defensive low. His alignment is to the light and his class is a controller. He has strength 1, speed 1, acrobatics 4, fortitude 1, mental defense 1, and stealth. And if you're the SMU Robin, then you are bulletproof. Ability 5, Select Gadget. Cycle through built-in gadgets. The gadgets the first Robin come with are throwing birds, smoke pellets, gas pellet, and freeze grenades. Ability 1. Use gadget. All of Robin's gadgets work the same way as Batman. Though Robin has his throwing bird instead of batarang, the throwing bird works the same way as a batarang. The item version of the throwing bird also works the same way as the item version of the batarang.
Ability 2. Crawl. Crawl on the ground, allowing you to fit into tight spaces. Ability 3. Combat. Increase your damage by 2 every few hits with the potential to void basic melee attacks. Opponent's knock is also decreased after being winded, allowing more blows to land. Ability 4. Night Vision. Activate the night vision filter in your mask, increasing visibility in the dark.
Robin's equipped key is his bow staff. Equip your bow staff, able to counter and stagger opponents by attacking while blocking every 10 seconds, if timed correctly. What this means is if you are able to press right click and then left click within 1 second and punch an opponent, you are able to stagger them. Robin's utility is Detective Mode Light. Activate the Detective Mode filter in your mask, allowing you to see enemies through the walls at a limited range. Robin's special is called Robin's Reckoning. Throw a barrage of throwing birds at your opponent, stunning them in the process. This move deals around 90 to 98 damage.
The second Robin on our list is Jason Todd, whose class is a tank, which means you can block incoming attacks by 75%. The only passive ability that's different from Dick Grayson is his acrobatics is a 2. Also, this Robin's extra weak to explosives. It should be also fair to note that this Robin doesn't have throwing birds. He actually has batarangs. This Robin's equipped ability is called Adrenaline. Adrenaline pumps through your veins, allowing you to continue the fight just a little bit longer. Damage is deduced by 75% for 5 seconds, while granting you increased strength and speed. This Robin's special is called Brash Undertaking. Use your combatant skills and brash nature to disorient opponents in a fit of fury. This move auto-attacks everyone in the immediate area, dealing 100 damage, while also inflicting nausea and stunning them. It also grounds opponents.
The third Robin is Tim Drake, whose class is Healer, where you can heal allies by right-clicking them without an item in hand. While healing, you'll be temporarily invulnerable and gain a regeneration buff. This move also works on other players or pets. You no longer have to be in the same guild to use it on another player. This Robin has Acrobatics 2 and Mental Defense 2, and is immune to Poison and Fear Toxin. The only gadget that is different is that he has R shurikens instead of batarangs. They work the same way as normal batarangs. This Robin's equipped key is Bow Staff. The third Robin special is Identity. Enter a specialized detective mode that allows you to track one player independently for an extended period of time. The tracking player is set upon activation. While in this mode, your durability slowly repairs itself while damage is reduced by 75% for 25 seconds.
The fourth Robin on the list is Stephanie Brown, and her class is a healer. Her acrobatics is a 2, and she has a default batarang just like Batman. Her equipped ability is a bow staff. Stephanie Brown's special is called Monitor. With some newly found tech, gain the ability to render yourself invisible, while also using detective mode for 15 seconds. This move also repairs 50 durability. The final Robin on the list is Damian Wayne, who's the fifth Robin. His class is Controller, and he has Acrobatics 3 with a Fortitude of 2. Damian, like his father Batman, has the default batarang. Damian's equipped key is his katana. Upon equipping it, it has a 2% chance of giving your opponent bleeding on hit. Damian's special is called Vengeful Assassin. Throw a smoke pellet down, blinding opponents while vanishing into thin air. Grants invulnerability for 10 seconds while dealing 20 damage to everyone nearby.
Robin?
I haven't used that name in a long time. Call me Nightwing.
Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, is a tier 2 with a defensive medium. His alignment is to the light and his class is a controller. He has strength 2, speed 2, acrobatics 5, fortitude 2, and mental defense 1. He also has stealth and is bulletproof if you're the SMU Nightwing. Ability 5, select gadget where you cycle through built-in gadgets. Ability 1, use gadget. Nightwing has 5 gadgets: wingdings, wrist darts, smoke pellets, gas pellets, and freeze grenades. Wingdings do 10 damage per hit and work like normal batarangs, so if you get an extra hit on the way back, you can do 20 damage in total. You are able to throw them into the ground as well, like normal batarangs, and the item wingding can be picked up. The wrist darts don't do attack damage, but slow and ground the target. Ability 2, Utility Belt, where you can store extra gadgets.
Ability 3, Combat. This move is the same as Robin's, which is just the normal version of combat. Ability 4 is Night Vision. Like we've talked about previously, this ability allows you to see in the dark. Nightwing's equipped ability are his Excrema Sticks. Equip your Excrema Sticks, able to counter and stagger opponents by attacking while blocking every 10 seconds, exactly how Robin and his bow staff work. Nightwing's utility ability is Detective Mode. Activate the Detective Mode filter in your mask, allowing you to see enemies through walls.
Nightwing's special is Electric Bird, where your Extrema Sticks become electrically charged, electrocuting opponents upon impact. The charge is absorbed by your suit, nullifying the effects on you. This move deals 95 damage on impact.
Tell me, what bothers you more? That your greatest failure has returned from the grave? Or that I've become a better Batman than you?
Jason Todd, aka Red Hood, is a tier 2 with a defense of medium. His alignment is anti-hero and his class is a controller. He has strength 3, speed 2, acrobatics 2, fortitude 3, regeneration 1, and stealth. He's also immune to withering. Ability 5, select gadget. Red Hood now has gadgets like the rest of the Bat family. Ability 1 is use gadget. Deploy the currently selected gadget you have. Red Hood can use batarangs, smoke pellets, gas pellets, and freeze pellets. His ability 2 is grenade. Throw a grenade, exploding on impact, dealing 18 damage.
Ability 3, Combat Mastery, which increases your damage by 2 every few hits with the potential to avoid basic melee attacks. Opponent's knockback is also decreased after being winded, allowing more blows to land. What makes Combat Mastery different than normal combat is the fact that all opponents hit within the first 5 seconds of activation will be staggered for 5 seconds. This move lasts for 15 seconds. Ability 4, Compartments. Access extra compartments in your suit, capable of storing items. However, now in boss arenas like Kingpin, you can no longer use this move. Red Hood's equipped key is his weapons. Equip your pistols and knife. Now in order to shoot your pistols, you hold right click and press left click, like the Mandalorian gun. You have 16 shots, then the gun will reload. To see the reload cooldown, look above the class cooldown bar. The knife gives you +1 attack damage and a 10% chance to bleed.
Red Hood's utility ability is Detective Mode. Activate the Detective Mode filter in your helmet, allowing you to see enemies through walls. Red Hood's special is called Gunslinger. Rapid fire your pistols, decimating targets. The move deals 90 damage over 5 seconds, staggering your opponent in the process. Even if your opponent is bulletproof, this move will still stagger them.
Robin. Yum.
Tim Drake, aka Red Robin, is a tier 2 with a defensive medium. His alignment is to the light and his class is a healer. He has strength 1, speed 2, acrobatics 5, fortitude 2, mental defense 2, and stealth. He also has gliding passive like Batman. Red Robin is also immune to fear toxin, poison, and Joker venom. Ability 5, select gadget. You already know what this does, it's been in the whole video. Ability 1, use gadget. The gadgets Red Robin have are Red Robin disc, heated batarangs, smoke pellets, gas pellets, and freeze grenades. I already went over all the gadgets but the Red Robin disc. This disc is not like the default batarang, meaning it won't come back to you. You can throw this disc and it will go as far as it can. Also, the item version of this cannot be picked up. Ability 2, roundhouse kick. Kick your opponent, dealing 10 damage. Ability 3, combat. Ability 4, night vision. Red Robin's equipped key is his bow staff. Red Robin's utility is detective mode. Red Robin's special is the same as Tim Drake Robin, which is identity. Enter a specialized detective mode that allows you to track one player independently for an extended period of time. The tracking player is set upon activation. While in this mode, your durability slowly repairs itself while damage is reduced by 75% for 25 seconds. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, consider subscribing for more content like this. Special thanks to Bats0867 for co-hosting this episode of the Legend 7.0 video series. Hoorah and epicness of awesomeness.